Hi, I'm Julie, and this is the Secret Storms Ask the Author series. We have questions that people have written to us, and this is one, and I haven't even read it yet. So, and I have dyslexic, so I have to be a little careful when I'm reading out loud. One of the things that really struck me while reading Secret Storms, this is the question, was how much of your childhood you spent away from your family. What effect did that have on you then? And do you think it has an effect on the woman you've become? Did you get that? Should I read that again? No. Okay. Well, first of all, I have to remind you, those of you who've read the book, that I grew up all over the world. My mother and father were both adventurers and writers, and we lived in Capri, and we lived in France, and we lived in England, and we lived in Los Angeles, and we lived in Malibu, which was really cool. And we lived in Pennsylvania, and Germany, all over. And it was actually wonderful. My problem was that I had to speak all these different languages because we would live one place for a year and another place for another year, and I would just go into the school system there. I mentioned that I have dyslexia, and that made it more difficult, although I think when I was in first grade in Capri, I didn't have so much dyslexia, so maybe my major language should have been Italian. Moving all over the world was quite exciting. It's changed my life, mainly because I can't stop moving. My husband, thank God, makes films for a living, and he has to go to different countries all over the world to make these films. So we go to Australia, we go to South Africa, we go to Halifax, we go to Louisiana, we go all over. And I'm always ready when he says, hey, tomorrow, would you like to go to India? We have to be there for 6 months. And I go, yep, sure, great. Our children have gone with us to many of the locations, and they're travelers too. And interestingly enough, they have married or are getting married to people who live in different countries. When I would explain to Kathy that, yes, I would love to come and visit her in Florida in 2 weeks, that might change, because we never know where we're going to be in 2 weeks. Or if we invite her to come and see us in like a month, I might say, but Kathy, in a month, we don't know where we're going to be. And she said, oh, no, I understand. It's all right. And then it happened. And it was devastating because she really was all packed, ready to come. And then all of a sudden I called up and said, we're going to be in Australia for the next month, and I'm sorry, we have to uninvite you. That was really hard on her the first few times. Now she knows, and it's just one of those things that you kind of get used to with a daughter that you haven't known for the first 3/4 of her life. You have to not just get to know them, but there's habits that are hard. And that was hard for her, I think. Anyway, thank you for asking that question. I hope I've answered it right, so that you can understand. And please go to secretstorms.com and write down any questions in the complete box, or whatever it's called, and we will be glad to answer them. Thank you very much.